Yo, look at that fucking loser.
I don't know, man. He doesn't look too happy.
Yo, fuck's sake! Is that your sister's shirt or
Dude,
what?
You're such a dick.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go talk to him. Hey, man. Don't look so excited. I'm sorry my friend's a dick. But we're having some people over tonight. How would you feel about coming over?
So what did that weird guy say?
I don't want to talk about it.
Fucking assholes, man.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Johnny Salami podcast. Today's guest, Hunah. Yeah, man, you had me on your podcast. It was a lot of fun, dude. Thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for coming.
I didn't know how it was going to end out, honestly. I was like, this might be really awkward.
Yeah.
Because we'd never met before. So.
No, I shot my shot.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, let me have you on.
You were just like, what do I need to do, man?
Yeah, bro. You got to make
But,
those connects.
Yeah, and then I went to your neighbor's house by accident.
You went to their backyard, bro.
Yeah, dude, in a SpongeBob shirt, man. I
SpongeBob
was just
shirt.
staring at their hammock, dude, just planning my attack.
With your flaming pickup.
Yeah, that could have been bad, man.
Dude.
That could have been bad.
A 6'3", just like giant in your backyard with SpongeBob.
Just some fat kid with tits just staring at your hammock. It's like 9 a.m.
Just with the most monotone face,
Yeah.
too. Like, where the fuck is this kid doing the podcast?
I was wondering where you were, dude. I'm like, where the fuck is this kid? But
You were like, I'm near the hammock, and I look up to my hammock. I'm like, yo, I know I'm not tripping balls right now. Like, what is going on?
yeah, dude, I should have went up in the woods, and
That would
just
be-
came out of the woods, just to like really freak you out.
Do you know how much of a mind fuck that would have been?
Yeah, dude.
If you walked
I'd just
out
be
of
like,
the
dude, you're high, man.
I
you
would
see
have genuinely been like, yo, someone put something in my drink. I don't know what happened. Last time I remembered, I was drinking a coffee.
So you're like pro marijuana though. Like, you're all about the ganja.
Yeah. I'm definitely I'm pro anything, and if it's harmful to the individual, then I think we need to have a facility which they can go and use it or get off of it. But no, I'm definitely pro.
And you said you want to be a politician.
Yeah.
So like, is that something you'd like act upon, or you just be like low key like stoned on the weekends?
No. I don't really do that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I work and stuff like that, so I don't really, and I'm not of age, so I get like, I feel like I would get way too paranoid in
Yeah.
order to do that stuff. I'd be like, no, because like my worst fear is to like do it and then get like wicked paranoid that the cops are gonna come in my basement and be like,
Really?
"Yo, you smoke?" Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I think,
But I think honestly, like, dude, if you were a politician and you were pro marijuana and you just went to like one of your rallies, just stoned out of your mind, like I
Stoned
think
out
you'd
of
gather like a really large following.
I think I would.
And like, I don't even smoke weed, but I'd still follow you.
I
If you were just straight up like, I'm paranoid as shit right now,
Yeah.
I would fucking piss laughing.
I think everyone would.
And I would definitely vote for you too.
Yeah, no,
However that works.
Well, here's the thing that I don't get. Like, so, like you, I don't smoke, but it's like, who gives a shit if someone else does? As long as
Yeah.
they're not hurting themselves and it's not impeding on their progress as a human being. It's like, who
Yeah.
cares?
I mean, I definitely hurt some people mentally when I used to smoke marijuana.
You hurt people mentally?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like just
I thought
just
you said
getting-
you. Well, okay.
just getting high with like regular people, like, dude, when I was in high school, people used to like they would legitimately text me and like ask me to get high with them, like free of charge. Like, they just wanted to see what it was like.
That's
It was almost like an experiment.
for them.
Yeah.
That's preposterous.
And I don't think they had any idea what to expect either.
Oh, like it was their first time, and they were like, "Hey, I want to."
Yeah,
be with
so
you.
most people like in high school especially, like they just get high and like talk about how high they got like the day before, you know what I mean? Like it's not that exciting, but dude, I would just like scream vagina, dude. I used to love playing the what if game high. Like, that was my favorite thing to do.
Dude.
The
okay.
what if game.
Okay.
Dude, that's the best game ever, man.
Well, I'm only saying that because I have a friend that gets high like all the time.
Really?
That's the only thing he does.
Oh, dude, it's the best.
Oh my god, it's hilarious when you're sober and you watch it happen.
Mhm.
You're like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, dude. Fuck, man. I went to a college baseball practice
Mhm.
on weed brownies.
Oh my god.
Like from the night before.
Those are strong.
And I was just beaming kids like in the head. Like they had to like legitimately tell me like to calm down. But I was just like super like I want to shoot myself in the leg stoned. Like from the night before.
Were you like Joey Diaz stoned?
I don't know if I was that stoned, but I remember telling myself like, well, this is brownie, so it's obviously different, but
Sure.
I just remember telling myself like, dude, I would rather get shot in the leg than do this again.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks. So you
Because
were
it just
borderline
goes
tripping.
on for such a long amount of time that you're like, I just can't do this anymore. You know
Does
what I
it?
mean? Weed brownies? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. If you
Oh.
take a lot, yeah.
I believe it. Well, because
But-
you're digesting it, so that would
yeah,
make
everything's
sense.
about like a lot of it's just like quantity and tolerance, which is something I've never been able to handle.
Really?
Like I'm just the type of guy that's like, if we're gonna go in, dude, let's just go full bore. You know what I mean? Some people are like, yeah, man, I just want to relax. You know?
Yeah, you're like, nah, bro, I'm here for a party.
Yeah. That's with
Johnny's-
everything though, just alcohol, marijuana. But yeah, man, I don't smoke anymore, obviously. But back in the day, dude, I would just let it rip, dude. Beyblades, man. Like I would
Beyblades.
I would not hold back at all. So that would be hilarious, man. If you just went up on stage, you were like, look, I'm fucking stoned right now. I'm paranoid. I don't want to be here. I think you'd get a lot of votes, man.
I think I would too. I think they'd be like, yo, we feel bad for him. If we vote for him, he'll get the fuck out of
Like,
here.
dude, you'd be on World Star, man.
100%. 100%.
All the platforms. I think you'd crush it, man.
I think I would crush it for like maybe a day or two, and then Snoop Dogg would see it and be like, what is wrong with this dude? And
You
I would
think
just
so?
get excommunicated by the whole rap game. He'd be like, we don't even know who this guy is. Get the fuck out of here. That'd be
know.
like the worst
I think
thing
it'd be
ever.
the exact opposite, dude. I think they would endorse you.
Would you? You think so?
They would endorse your weed smoking skills, like on LinkedIn.
Oh my god. Yeah, my paranoid skills. If
Yeah.
I was just tripping balls.
Yeah.
I think here's the thing, okay? Okay, if you're 18 and you can go to war, just you should be able to buy alcohol, you should be able to smoke. Now there are some statistics that came out before where it was like the amount of drunk drivers increased during that time, but it's like you're always going to get that when you first let something out.
Yeah.
When you first make it legal. And then after it's going to go down after another year or two. But they took it away right away. I think it was Massachusetts where they did that.
Yeah.
You should be able to smoke weed if you're 18, honestly. Or maybe 21 if we're cutting slack like that. But I do understand some people that are like, your brain's fully developed at 30, therefore, and whatever. But it helps a lot. It helps a lot of people, man. I might be, I'm hopefully going to sell THC capsules on the website. That would pump me up badly. Because California would be...
It's just
the biggest
legitimate THC capsules.
Yeah, you take it, it would be digested through your stomach, and then after it hits probably half an hour, 45 minutes. That's usually what happens when people do it. I'm doing my research before I actually sell it.
Yeah.
And you have to get a good amount of licensing and paperwork, but if people want to buy it, why not? And I don't want to do it where like they would get totally like messed up, faded, but it would be pretty cool if they were like able to relax with it. That's the whole point of the website.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I think it affects everyone differently, but like I never really used it for relaxation. I just wanted to laugh and have a good time.
Yeah.
Like I would just laugh for like hours on end and then just be like, all right, well, let's wrap it up, And then the next day, obviously, I'd question like the meaning of life and everything, but I think it was worth it. You know what I mean?
100%.
But like I would never be able to like do homework or anything, like stoned. Like I've tried it a few times. I remember going to the monastery stoned once.
Yeah.
And my friend was just like, yeah, man, like, you can do this. Like, trust me, like, you got this.
Yeah.
And I remember getting stoned. I stepped in a piece of dog shit. So I, like, started smelling like actual shit walking in the monastery.
Of course, yeah.
And I was like, dude, do you smell that? And he was like, no, man. I was like, dude, it reeks of, like, actual shit.
Yeah.
And, like, I thought it was, like, like, paranoid or something. But, I actually stepped in, like, a thick piece of shit, dude. And I walked in the monastery like with it on my shoe. So I had to like just like literally leave the monastery stoned and just like figure out a way with like Mother Nature just to like get it off.
Yeah, you
Like, I didn't have another pair of
shoes.
shoes. They were nice shoes too, man.
Did you have to throw them out?
No, I think I just took them off and like took a stick, dude. Just did everything I could to just like figure it out, dude. Then I was like, I'm like doing homework, like smelling shit. I'm already like paranoid as it is, and I'm like trying to do accounting homework. Like,
Yeah, no, that's not happening,
it's just
bro.
like I was just like, dude, maybe it just wasn't meant to be, you know. So
No, some people say that it helps them focus, though.
oh, definitely. Like there were times where I would like do problems. I'd be like, I've never thought of it this way, and then like 3 minutes later, I'd be like, no idea what I was thinking about. I just completely forgot it, dude.
So then what you got to do, you got to record yourself and then be like, oh, that's exactly what I was saying the moment
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
sober.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out, though, because you probably
I'm all
delete
about
that
it though,
shit.
dude. I think there's definitely worse things in the world, man. You know.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
Would
You do
you-
you, man. You know. I think that'd be so fucking funny, dude.
If someone just walked up. Yeah, that's who I think, man, the last presidential election we had, there was that dude, Gary Johnson, I think was his name,
Mm-hmm.
the third-party candidate. He had to have been high on something, man.
Yeah.
Like, all the time. Did you see his interviews?
No.
The way he spoke to people was, like, psychotic. Like, if you're running for
Well, I mean-
president, I expect you to, like, talk like this and shit like that.
Yeah.
He was, like, talking exactly like this at every single thing.
Really?
Yeah, and it wasn't like that's just how he is. It's because you could tell the way he walked and stuff. Like, he was, like, out of it, man. He would look at the camera while he was doing the interviews and shit. Like a sociopath. Nah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if you're making eye contact with people stoned, like, whoa, that's another level, dude.
You're looking into their soul, guy. That's preposterous.
I would never look at anyone's fucking eyes if I was high, dude. Looking straight at the ground.
Yeah, I don't, the way that you just described it made it sound gross. Never mind.
Because I wouldn't be listening to what they were saying. And that could, you could take some wrong turns.
You'd just be staring at them.
Especially in like a really professional situation.
That'd be bad. Because you could
Yeah,
just
they could ask you a
wander
question.
off.
Yeah, they could ask you a question. You could just be looking like right into their eyes. You know what I mean?
Like psychopath.
Yeah. Dude,
So how many hours can
yeah.
you work? I could work like 35, 40 hours. You know
They
what
could
I'm
literally just scream at the top of their lungs like, I fucked your mother. And you could just look right in their eyes like nothing happened. And everyone around you just questioning what's going on. You're on like Fox News. They're just like, wow, this guy's fucking stone cold. Yeah, man, I remember, dude, one of the first times I got high, I remember walking into a bowling alley, and like it was one of those moments where like your friends are like, all right, John, don't say anything, just stay calm.
Yeah.
Dude. So we're like walking in. Everyone goes to the bathroom, and I remember there was like a bunch of like special needs kids there. You know, good for them. Like fucking kill it.
Yeah.
But I'm like stoned, and like one of them just ran right into me, dude. Like leveled me. I was so fucking high, dude.
You on the ground?
I had to get up and just be like, did that really just happen, dude? Like, and like obviously no one laughed. Like no one's gonna laugh at that. Like
No.
people were just like,
They were just stunned. Like,
yeah,
what
they
the
were
hell
just
just
like,
happened?
And I like told my friends, and they didn't believe me because they were in the bathroom. I was like, dude, I literally just got leveled by a special needs kid. They were like, dude, they were just like, enough, man. Like,
Pull out the security
it
tapes.
was at the local bowling alley, dude.
It was definitely
But-
the one right down the street over in Mass.
It was the one. It was the one in Woonsocket, like near like Savers. Yeah, there's one in there's one in Woonsocket. But dude, that's I think that's the best though, man. Like when you get stoned and like something happens and you're just like, did that really just happen? You know what I mean? Like those are the best moments.
That sounds like it. I
Mhm.
mean, again, I don't really do that stuff, so it's like,
Yeah.
but,
This is like years ago. Like
Oh, of course.
8 years ago, I think.
okay, well, you got a full-time job, plus you got the podcast. It's
Oh
like,
yeah. I would be.
People can't function like that. Some people can. I don't know how.
I would fucking laugh my ass off, dude.
I think, wait. Speaking of staring, right? I realize that I have a tendency to stare, but like I don't know that I'm doing it when I do it.
Mhm.
And it's like I'll scan the room, and I don't know why. I think it's like a survival thing. Don't ask. It's like, but I didn't realize that I did it until I saw my grandma and then her son, my dad, doing it,
Mhm.
and I was like, all right. So now I probably look high all the time, even though I'm sober all the time.
Yeah.
It's like you just have a tendency to like look in the environment. But nah, I'll never forget. I was in college and I'm walking down the library, and I felt like everyone was watching me. And so I'm like, oh man, I'm doing this like thing, holding on to my backpack straps. I'm walking down, I'm ready to sit down. I'm like, yo, why is everyone staring at me? And then I realized I had the most massive thing of like toilet paper literally stemming from my shoe.
Oh.
And part of it was like on my backpack too. Don't ask me how I got there.
Were there like skids on it, or was it just straight up?
No, it was just straight up toilet paper,
Okay.
which was good. It was a little moist, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah, and I was
Oh.
like, for a second, I was like, oh, maybe like people think I'm looking attractive today. Hi, sweet.
Yeah.
So I sit down and I just like look at my feet. I'm like, dude, really? Some chick walks over. Hey, I just wanted to let you know. I was like, no, I fucking know. I can tell now. Thank you though.
Was she hot? Was she hot?
No, she was like, any girl that says I just wanted to let you know is like probably not hot because she's got nothing else to do in her life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's. I mean,
It's like, what are you doing? I just want to let you know.
can't argue with that.
No. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like when you grow older, you look for more of an intellectual or like more of a personality than the
Yeah.
actual physique. And like that's not to say you totally disregard the physique.
Yeah, well,
I
because
think
the
that's
physique
bullshit.
fades. You know, the personality can get better over time.
Yeah, man. I can't stand talking to very, very attractive people, guys or girls, and they're just
Really?
morons. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but dude, what do you think would happen if you just like, speaking of staring, you just like straight faced, just looked into her eyes, and you were like, "I take some mean shits."
What? What?
Like while I was hanging out.
oh,
Like, would
wow,
you
while
walk-
she's looking at the
yeah.
toilet paper?
Like just with like 100% confidence. Like you think that would like turn her on a little bit?
No, I think she'd be like, holy shit, I'm going to die today in front of everyone at the library. Can you imagine if you, as a grown man, walked up to me and you were like, yo, you got toilet paper? Yeah, let me try right now. Give me like a second and be like, yo, you got some toilet paper on your shoe. I'm going to just act like I'm doing my own thing. You going to ask me? All right.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah,
like role
just-
play?
Yeah, it'd be like, yo, you got me
Be like,
toilet
hey
paper.
man, I don't mean to bother you, but you got some toilet paper hanging from your foot. You got this.
I take the meanest shits.
And then you just straight up eye contact for like
Just
the
like
next
this.
10 seconds.
Yep. Unbutton one button. Start stroking the chest hair.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'd get pretty hard if you.
No, you.
said that. No, you would definitely get the cops called on you if you did that.
100%.
There would be some legal repercussions.
I would call the cops on me. I'd be like, damn, what the fuck did I just do, bro?
Yeah, but dude, if I was like a bystander and I saw that, I'd be like really proud of you.
Would you be
If
proud?
I was studying for like economics and I just like saw that take place, I'd be like, dude, you want to hang out sometime?
Would you? I'd be like, let me get out of here so fast. You don't
Really?
understand. Oh, man.
Yeah, but dude, if I was walking down the library and I had toilet paper hanging out and people were laughing at me and there was actual skid stains on it, dude, I'd literally just like, I'd just start flailing my arms everywhere, like screaming stuff in Latin.
I know.
Like
why.
I'd probably
I know
pretend
why.
I was possessed,
Yeah.
just to like make it even worse.
Just make it look like you got a rage, and then
Yeah.
you show up the next day perfectly fine. Boom. But no, ever since that day, I look back when I go to the bathroom.
Really?
Yeah, I look back. I'm like, dude, I can't take anywhere. Even if I go to the urinal, I'm like, there's some moron that left toilet paper on the ground somewhere.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
happens. So you gotta look back.
Yeah, I mean, dude, as long as there was no skid stains, like, you know,
Nah, it was just like a little bit of that wetness.
that's that's life changing, man.
That is like you're known as that guy from forever and ever.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that?
But it could
guy?
happen, dude. You don't want to jinx it.
No, it could happen. Yeah. My biggest fear is I don't know about you. Sometimes I put gold bond between my butt cheeks because it's like, bro, you got swash. You can't take a dump though. You got to go to work right away. You're like, all right, you got to put some gold bond.
Wait, so if you have to take a dump and you can't, you just fucking spray yourself with Gold Bond?
No. Like the powder, bro. You got to just put the powder on. You just
Wait, so that's what you do to like prevent taking a shit?
no, not to prevent taking the shit, but like if you ever have swass, period, even if
Oh.
it's not taking the shit.
I thought you were like, dude, whenever I have to take a shit, dude, I just take Gold Bond and shoot it up in my ass. I'm like, dude, what?
No.
What does
No,
this
no.
guy know that I don't know?
No, that'd be pretty cool. But nah, I just kind of put it up there a little bit, not too far, obviously. That'd be
Like
painful.
post dump?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. But you gotta
Yeah.
wipe, then you do it. That's what I don't get about girls. Like
Wiping?
how do you go to the beach wearing it like basically nothing? Like you're not afraid you got skid marks or anything at
Yeah,
all?
dude. I thought like girls actually didn't poop for a while. Like I was just like, I guess they just don't poop.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. But like, dude, they never do poop. Like, you never like see it happen.
No, well, they make it very
Yeah, it's like night and day with like girls and guys. Like
Yeah.
guys are just like, yeah, I'm gonna go rip one.
There was a girl at my high school. Yeah, you went to the same high school, but you're 5 years older than me, and she like claimed she just didn't poop. Like, I'm not making this up, man. She was like, I don't poop. Nice girl and everything. And then she said that, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
She's like, I take pills that make me not poop. And I was like, that's not a thing. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's not even
can't.
possible.
What are you doing? Like, how does it get out of your body? Like, sweat? Like some psychotic shit?
Yeah.
She's like, no, I just pee. I'm like, oh, okay. So you don't poop. You
Wow.
don't throw up. It's disgusting, right? And she was like a senior in high school saying this, too.
Wow.
It's preposterous. Smart girl, too. It like threw me off guard so fast. Because, like, how do you react to that? Imagine if I was like, if you were like, yo, you take shit. And I'm like, nah. Like, what? No, I just, I don't do it.
I'd probably just be like, yeah. I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go play in traffic. Probably just walk away, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. Well, it's like, what benefit do you have to lie about
Yeah.
doing the most human thing?
Yeah, I wonder what the reasoning behind that was.
I don't know. Like, making yourself better.
'Cause, like, I mean, like, you know, like, girls and guys lie a lot about like small things. Not really small things, but like they're like, yeah, like I don't use social media, and then they like put up a picture of them like bent over in front of Joanne Fabrics, and it's like, okay, so you're lying.
Yeah.
But it's not a big deal. But like that's a big lie. You know what I mean?
It's a huge lie.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like saying you
uh,
can lactate, dude. And it's like prove it, and you're like, no, I can't.
I can't though. I can't. I actually breastfed one of your dogs earlier today. It was.
Dude, that guy's he's got a small dick, dude.
Dude, I didn't notice.
Like he really
it was
needs
there.
to pick it up.
I didn't notice it was
Because like
there.
you're like the 10th person that's asked if he's a girl, and I'm like, dude, like we've had talks about it too. I'm like,
Just
dude.
you and the dog.
I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking do something, man.
You gotta wear pants. Testosterone pills. We'll give it to you.
Just get him a little thong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking about this. I went to URI because you go to URI. I went to URI for a semester. Long story, I left. So you're almost running away.
To do something bigger. So then it's like almost healthy. Because if you're like, man, I hate my job, and then every time you leave, you're like, all right, now I'm gonna go work on whatever I want to work on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I've definitely.
but I feel like for some people, it's kind of like, fucking run.
Yeah.
Like
No,
just fucking,
definitely, bro.
Yeah, like let's fucking wrap it up.
I'm done.
Yeah. And then other people who like have families and shit, they're like, yeah, I'll stay late. And you're like, good for you, Craig, man. Like your wife's cheating on you, but good for you, man.
It's good, bro. When you guys get the divorce settlement, that extra 2 hours is gonna make a difference.
Dude, so many guys are just getting cheated on, and like, you know,
You think so?
I would say a high majority.
I think
Dude, every time I go out, I see like a group of like 30-year-old women who are just absolutely slaying, bro. And you
Yeah.
can tell like they're just trying to get away from their husbands.
well at that point it's like, yeah, that is a little messed
Like,
up.
do you take initiative and just be like, look, like you have a family, I can't do this, or you just like,
100%, bro. What?
really? You wouldn't be like, let's make it happen.
Well, no. Like, you gotta imagine, who's that dude? Is it Steve, the dude that owns the gym you go to?
Yeah.
Imagine like walking home and being like, that's the dude's mom that you're with, and he just wants to like rip you to pieces.
Yeah. I think I'd
Terrifying,
be like,
dude.
yeah. I
Not
feel,
even that, just like the respect. It's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you don't know, you know what I mean? Because like, why would a 30-year-old woman be like, yeah, like I'm actually married? Like she'd probably be like, no, I'm not married, and then afterwards she'd be like, by the way, I'm married.
That's a piece of shit move on her. And
Yeah.
then you got to come clean and be like, hey, didn't know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'd be eating like a banana in my boxers. I'd be like, hey, look, man, I didn't know.
The husband's just coming back from work.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
You just had a wicked shitty day.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, man, just take a bite of the banana. She'd be like, look, man, like I didn't know, dude, but your wife's got some fucking knobs.
Oh, my. Dude. Have you ever seen The Other Guys?
Yeah.
You remember that scene where they walk into that chick's house and Will Ferrell's like she's married with the
Yeah.
absolute beta male of beta males.
That's like one of the best scenes in like movie history.
You will sleep with my wife. Can you imagine the mind fuck? Yeah, no. Personally, I'm not all for that. But
Yeah, I mean, dude, I can't even do it in general. So like, for me to pull that
pull
off,
chicks.
yeah, for me to pull that off, dude, that'd be that would literally go down in the history books. Like, I'd probably write the story down on my wall
Would
with
you?
like a feathered pen.
And then just carve
Like,
out
there would be
wall.
some spelling errors, but
Yeah.
I'd put it up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I just, for me, I wouldn't feel good about myself, even if they were
Yeah.
like,
Imagine like the dude like works at like Home Depot too.
you just run into him once in a while.
Yeah, you're like, hey man, do you guys sell Scott's Turf Grow? And he's like, fuck you, dude.
But he's not the manager yet.
Yeah,
because he's a
he's
fucking
just like
bum.
an assistant.
So
He's
you
been
get
the
the manager
assistant
to
for like
help-
7 years.
Nah, bro, you have the manager. You have the manager have him help you out. Nah, that would suck. That would suck. That's why you gotta grind when you're younger. That way you don't end up being put in that position.
Yeah, I mean, dude, but you always have those thoughts, man. Like, if I worked at Home Depot for more than 2 years, I would literally every day I would just think about, like, you know where they line up the sheds,
Yeah.
just fucking ripping it through those things.
I don't know, man. Some people enjoy like a simple life, but it's like to each their own.
Yeah, is it a simple life though, dude? I wouldn't mind working like they have like the garden center at Lowe's. Like, I wouldn't mind working at one of those,
Mhm.
like in general, but like Lowe's as it is, not really, because you're dealing with so many people.
Mm.
Think about like, dude, the shit you'd have to deal with too.
Yeah.
Like, not a lot of people are like home improvement savvy too.
No,
You know what I
they
mean?
ask stupid questions.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm one of them.
Yeah, but
Just
like,
ask
yeah,
dumb
I'd ask stupid questions, but like, I'd let them know what's coming.
Does this brick come in different sizes?
Yeah.
I asked that question once too. I'm not even lying.
Dude,
Like, you have the
speaking
same
of-
brick, just bigger. And my friend Justin works there, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "No, listen, Justin, the same brick, right? Just bigger."
Yeah.
And he was like, "You're like on something." I was like, "No." And I bring my mom, and that's when it gets worse when you bring the mom.
Yeah.
She's like, "Listen, sweetie, do we have the same brick, just bigger?" He was like, "I honestly have no idea how to answer this question." No. What were you saying? My
You
fault.
can't tell them like the actual like story behind it though, like the shit you're buying. Like, I've been there to build like a potato launcher. So like he was kind of like putting the pieces together. He was like, "What are you building, dude?" And I'm just like, "Nothing." And like I made a squat bar, and
That's impressive.
yeah. So I didn't want to be like, "Hey man, like I need your longest steel pipe with connectors, and I'm gonna put tires on each side. Go to the local baseball field and just squat it."
Squat it.
He'd be like, "All right, man, I'm gonna be right back."
Hard out.
Yeah.
And just go into the break room, not
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah. You just call out the rest of the day.
Oh, 100%. What else are you going to do? Bump into the same guy?
Dude, when I worked at Dick's, there was a guy who came in, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a helmet." This guy was like 47,
Yeah.
like late 40s, early 50s. He's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a helmet," and I'm like, "Okay, like for your kid." He was like, "No," he was like, "No, it's for me, like for recreational purposes," and I was like.
What are you doing with your life, bro? Fuck out of here.
I swear to God, dude, I'm not even kidding. He goes, he goes, "Yeah, I'm like training these women to fight in my basement." He was like, "Yeah, I need helmets with like cages on them."
Fuck out of here,
I
bro.
was like, "Dude, what?"
That is some Krav Maga
Yeah, I'm
type
like,
stuff.
yeah, that's like human trafficking shit. I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, all right, so you're training women in your basement to fight? He was like, yeah, I've tried using the baseball helmets, but I need something with a cage so that I can fucking. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking out of here, man. Like, what do you do in that situation? Like, do you just like you have a responsibility to serve the customer, or can you just literally just start like crying?
I would mess with them. I'd be like, "Yo, so like, talk to me about the training lessons." Hey, tell me about how I can learn more and defend myself. He starts pulling up some stupid shit.
Yeah, dude. He literally, I swear to God, he bought like a bunch of fucking caged softball helmets,
Get out of here.
and then
bro.
like a shit ton of football pads, like they use for training. I'm like, dude,
No, he's definitely not training people.
you're making a porno, bro.
I was gonna say he's got a fetish or something like that. You're not.
Yeah.
Hey, you are not at
Yeah.
all training women in your basement. You psychopath. You have a fetish for some stupid shit.
He's probably got like a bunch of corn stalks in his basement, and he
Corn?
just corn stalks.
Oh, okay.
Like he probably just swings as hard as he can at him, like pretends it's real life.
Oh, Jesus. There are people like that.
I mean, I'm one of them, dude. Yeah, but
Oh,
dude,
man.
like, I mean, that's a huge conflict, man. You know, it's like, do I serve this customer, or do I just can I just be like, hey, man, like, I already hate myself enough. Like, can you just fucking fuck off?
That's when you got to be like, hey, listen, bud. I think you need to find some help. I think you need a family. He's like, no, I got a family. And you could definitely tell his family, when he goes home, they're just like a sack of potatoes. Like a
Yeah.
legitimate sack of potatoes that you put like smiley face on.
Yeah, that's depressing, man.
Sociopath. No, there are
Yeah.
people like that, man. I had one dude that was like, I had a manager at this other job that I worked at. Not lying, he was like maybe 30. And this is how much of a jerk he was. Well, I don't think he realized it. He's like, yeah, I have a 60-inch TV, but I keep it unplugged. What? And he's like, yeah, I bought a 60-inch TV, but I'm so committed to this job that I keep it unplugged. And I'm like, just you alone in the house with an unplugged TV. He's like, yeah, I'm not looking for anyone right now. I'm like, oh, okay. You kill people for fun. Like that's what you do.
Yeah.
Who just looks at their TV by themselves alone? I'm gonna unplug this shit.
Yeah, who
Why?
keeps it unplugged?
Psychopaths.
Dude, if like water, some perspiration gets in touch with that, and then you plug it in, like,
You're done.
yeah,
Imagine. How'd he die? Plugging in his TV. What?
that's a fucking sad death,
Get
man.
out of here, bro.
Yeah. But dude, you you commute to URI though? You don't
I might. Here's the thing. I'm stuck. I'm like, I did this past year, but I might room. But I looked at all my classes. They're all online. So it's like, do I want to pay the amount of money that I'm going to pay on a monthly basis? Or I could save it, invest it, as the economy is definitely going to shit with either presidential candidate. It's
yeah,
going to.
I mean, the market's definitely down.
Oh, yeah, you got to invest in foreign markets, all that stuff. And it's like, I think I might want to stay home. But at the same time, I'm getting to that point where, like, I get tired of living with my parents.
Yeah.
Not forever. I just need some time for myself.
Yeah, man. I had a house, and it was like, you'll definitely create some memories, dude.
You enjoy the little
Hold
bit of
on,
freedom.
this
And
thing
it's-
just stopped. Oh no, it
Did it?
didn't.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh,
we're fine.
yeah.
I think we're fine.
Are we fine?
We might be fucked, but
We
I
might
just
be
don't
fine.
care. It's too late.
Yeah.
You know
What
what I
time
mean?
is it anyways?
It's like 10:10.
10:10. We got time.
Dude, when I was living on campus, I ended up going to this party, and this is in the middle of like Providence. It was actually one
Was
of
it a
those.
PC
I
party?
actually felt like pretty confident
Yeah.
at that moment in time.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I got this.
Yeah.
People were hanging out on the roof, and I was just like absolutely smashed. So they're like letting people in, so people are like waiting in line.
Yeah.
And I see this wicked hot chick who I used to see at the gym, dude, and she would do like hip thrusts with like 315 pounds, like 3 plates, dude.
She's a monster.
Just
Yeah.
no pad. And like I'm pretty sure every rep, like when she got to the top, she would just fart and then smell it, and then just go back down, dude.
She's a savage.
Just unreal savage, dude. And
If you had kids with her, they would end up being like Goliaths. Right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dude, my kid would have fucking diesel quads. So like I'm on the roof, like smashed, like inconsolably cocked, and I see her and her friend like waiting to come into the party. So instead of like going down there and like letting them in, dude, I started urinating off the deck, like on them. And I swear
Why?
to God, dude, this chick was legit. Like, she literally looked around and she was like, "Oh my God, it's raining, Becky." Like, dude, she thought it was actually raining.
Just everywhere else, it's totally fine.
Dude, imagine getting pissed on. Like, piss is hitting you in the face, and you're like, "It's raining, guys." Everyone's looking at you like, "Yo."
All right, dumbass.
And then you could see me like on the roof, like screaming poop, like just fucking making it rain.
The
dude.
most ultimate.
I didn't hold
confidence.
back at all, dude. Like I made it known that I was up there too.
Did
and
you,
she knew it was me.
Oh, Jesus.
Like she took a mental photo, and then like ever since she just never talked to me.
She still go to the same gym.
Well, this was years ago.
Oh,
Like this
okay.
was the school gym. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to a school gym, dude, but there's some fucking C-toes.
I believe, I believe it. Well, no, they say all right, there's like 2 different gyms at URI, right? We're talking about. There's one gym where it's like all the attractive people that don't actually lift go, and then there's the other gym where they're like nothing but gym rats.
Is that how they separate
And
it?
they have, yeah, man, and like you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The gym rats are the people that like. You ever? Oh wait, all right. You ever met those people that are like they don't do anything? They just go to the gym and they work like a 10-hour shift every week just to make by.
Yeah.
They're like, man, I just don't have time for anything or anyone. It's like, no, you are at the gym forever, not doing anything, bro. What are you doing?
That's a life, man.
That sounds like the shittiest life ever. What are you talking about?
I honestly, if I was on steroids, I wouldn't mind living that life.
Yeah, but like, bro, like,
Dude,
but then you don't.
Those
like,
are all my favorite things: sleeping, eating, and working out. You just do that all the time.
just barely making money though, not having a social life or
Yeah,
anything.
I mean,
You've met those gym rats.
if I made money off of like sponsors, just like enough, because I don't need a lot, dude. As long as I have my own place, like a bed. I mean, most of my money would be spent on food.
Hey, to each their own. That goes back to the Home Depot people.
Yeah.
They're like, hey man, if I can interact with 2 people today, help
Yeah.
them find the
If
right
I can sell
size
this
brick.
guy a weed whacker.
Yeah. If I can give him my recommendations that no one gave.
Imagine
a shit
asking a guy to test out a weed whacker.
some shit my dad would have someone do.
Just be like, yo, can I test this out, like, in the store?
My dad's straight up from Syria too.
Really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
straight like dropped out of 7th grade, all the whole 9. Sometimes they ask questions and like you understand them, but like you ever
Yeah.
watch a Jackie Chan movie and it takes you a second to comprehend what he means. Like you understood every word.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You're like, I don't think I got the gist perfect. That's exactly what it's
It's like indirect.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like talking to my dad sometimes. And he'll like, do you have the weed? And like that's all he would say. Like I can picture it right now. He's not like an unintelligent guy.
Yeah.
It's just a language barrier. He'd be like, yeah, do you have the weed? And I'm like, Dad, you've been here for 30 years. You know what that means. And he's like, no, like the weed whack.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, the weed's not whack. It's actually pretty good. You can ask that guy what he's selling. You know what I'm saying? The people at Home Depot don't care, man. They'll be like, yeah, it's not whack.
Yeah, Home Depot and Lowe's. There's a huge barrier between Home Depot and Lowe's.
How do you
Home
mean?
Depot, I feel like customer service is top notch. Lowe's, they're kind of like
Well, those
like
it's all
Stacy
teenagers.
from like furniture. Like she's just on fucking Facebook all day.
Yeah.
Like messaging her ex-wife.
She just sending hardcore conservative posts on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I fucking hate that, dude. Like I want someone to walk up to me and be like, "How you doing? Can I fucking help you?" You know what I mean? Like I don't want someone to be like, "What do you need?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you want that good service.
It's like an exciting moment, dude. Walking into fucking Home Depot, you're like, "Dude, I'm gonna tear shit up out here."
You get excited over the weirdest things.
Dude, if I'm buying like 2x4s, bro,
For what?
dude, you're gonna have to hold me back. I don't know, dude. Anytime I do a project, like, because like when you're younger, you're kind of like, I can't do this. Like halfway through, dude, I remember my fucking exhaust pipe was like halfway off, and I'm like, I guess I'll just let it drag on the ground and start a forest fire.
Yeah, bro. That's
But
what I'm like
but
right
instead, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna saw this thing off. It took me like 2 hours just to saw it off.
now. You even look it up.
But
on
dude,
the
that
internet.
last fucking fist, that last pump through, where the exhaust pipe fell to the ground, dude, I felt like Braveheart. Like I felt like it changed history.
You felt like that masculinity just creeping
Yeah.
in.
I was like, dude, I got that shit done.
Yeah. I mean, see, I don't have enough expertise to be doing that shit. Like, I don't even know half the shit that you just told me in that sentence.
Yeah.
I have a
Oh
good
no,
idea.
dude, I'm the same way, but I can do small things. You know what I mean?
I can't even do small things,
Yeah.
man. Like, I'm trying to learn. I have here's the thing. All my friends are all like handyman / trying to be like lawn landscapers and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one that's like, yeah, I want to be a politician. And they're like, what? Like they're all like wicked, like macho-esque men. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I would love to just pass some fucking legislation. That would just really get me going.
That would get you going if you pass a legit bill.
Bro, do you know how pumped up I would be if you like stuck me in a room, like in some like public office, and you were like, yo, you're gonna just come up with ideas to help people out. Just do some research. I'd be like, oh, let's go.
Wow.
Let's go. I don't know why. I'd be like, yo, let's go.
Yeah, but like, what if you put all that time into like coming up with like legitimate ideas, and then like it comes to the point where like it has to be passed, and the people who actually pass it are just like fucking dweebs.
And they're like, no. Yeah. Well, that it comes with the territory. Then you got it. Well, then you have to make sure you're not ass kissing.
Yeah, but dude, aren't like politicians kind of like backstabbing in a sense? Like, what if you had like a politician friend who was like, you know what, man, like I know a guy who can like really do your hedges good, and like next thing you know, like your whole like front yard's just dug up.
Because you just passed that bill that you didn't want to get passed.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck you for passing that bill," and he just left a note on your lawn, and you like can't do anything.
You can't do anything about it. What are you gonna do? Fight the guy?
Yeah.
No, man. I think like 90% of politicians now, especially if they're on like the major scale, not like local office, they're celebrities that ended up like not knowing how to act, like act as in going into movies and shit. And so they were like, all right, and they never knew it, and like their parents were always like, yeah, you're the greatest ever. They were like, okay, and so that's why like you have a look at like Trump and Pelosi, and you're like, all right, both of you clearly have like mental issues going on.
Yeah,
But you made it. Biden, I look at that guy, I'm like, dude, I don't even hate him. I just feel bad. I'm like, what have you been doing, like, with your life?
Yeah, I have like a different thought process. Like when I see Biden, I feel like he's legit been sniffing like ass. Like he looks like a guy who just like smelled his farts like way too many times, and it like finally got to him mentally. Like you can't tell me he doesn't look like that.
He looks like he looks like every weird uncle or like grandfather that like someone has.
Yeah.
And he's just there, and he just kind of like scratches his thigh, but it's like right near the ass cheek, and he's
Yeah.
he does that
Exactly.
thing.
I can see him going to Ocean State Job Lot, buying a bunch of noodles, and walking out without even paying and just not even noticing what he did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah.
100%.
And nobody
That's
stops
scary.
him too.
Dude, that's scary. Like that guy's gonna probably run the country. Because if it was like a couple months ago, I'd be like, yeah, Trump's gonna win. Okay, whatever. He's not the best, but
Yeah.
we'll make it.
Who knows what's gonna happen, dude? But like, that's my thought process going into it. When you have friends who are like, dude, you need to vote, and I'm like, I don't need to vote. Like, they're like, dude, it's like your civil duty. I'm like, okay, I'm taking a shit right now. That's also my civil duty. No, like it's just like, dude, I don't fucking like either one of them. Like, why do I have to vote? And they're like, dude, you just have to attach yourself to like their policies. And I'm like,
that's really
I'm like,
important,
dude, I would rather legitimately. I would rather, dude. I'm trying to think of like a good analogy of what I would rather do.
Would you rather like do your own ear piercing?
I would rather. Let me think about this. So you know, like on Diamond Hill Road,
Yeah.
where there's like all those gas stations.
Yeah.
I would rather legitimately put on "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion, like the Titanic theme song. Dude.
Yeah.
Literally blast that full volume, put on a pair of swimming goggles, and just drive through each and every one of those gas tanks until I finished. Like I would keep my foot on the pedal until I was like actually deceased.
Would you like go through every single little
Like I would legitimately like people would be like people would be questioning what's going on. I would pull up to the first gas tank like horizontally. And I would just start revving the engine, and people would hear the song and be like, all right, back up. Like, this guy is going to fucking do something. And then I'd just literally try to make it through every single gas tank before I blew up. Like, I would rather do that.
then just sign a piece of paper that says who you're gonna vote for?
Yeah, dude.
Bump
Because
into a couple
I
old
feel
people.
like a sense of, like, responsibility. You know what I mean? Like, if you vote for someone, you should know why you voted for them.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't. They know what
So
social
it's like,
media
dude, don't
tells them.
yell at me because I didn't vote. Like I didn't like either of the options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you vote for someone, like that's your responsibility, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same candidate doesn't mean X candidate's gonna win.
Yeah.
Like the amount of times that
That's the other thing. Like I feel like if you vote, you have to understand voting, and like I understand the popular vote, but I don't understand like this year they're doing it by mail. Like think about how, like
that's gonna get messed up bad.
yeah, think about
There's
how
gonna
messed
be-
up that's gonna get, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't get why people are trying to push that. Like I get Corona's a thing. I do. That being said, you're gonna have with either candidate that wins, the other side going, "Hey, this is bogus. This
Yeah.
isn't gonna work out." I can already picture it. Listen, if Biden wins, every red state ever is gonna like march with their AKs and just like, they're not taking away our fucking president, and then like, it's true, man. Like we live in this town, and half of the people are gonna be doing that too, and they have every right to. That being said, and then if Trump wins, every freaking blue state is gonna be like, you're not taking away the new revolution and whatever bullshit they want to pass.
Yeah.
You know, half of them are like socialists. Biden, man, he's too woke right now. He's like woker than Obama, and I didn't like Obama for being a little too woke.
I didn't pay attention to any of it, and it didn't affect me at all.
It's like, here's the thing. All right, I'll break it down to you like in the most dumb way possible.
Thank you.
For these guys too. No. Right now, Black Lives Matter is obviously a thing, rightfully so. That being said, with it comes, for whatever reason, some type of socialist or communist agenda. And I feel like a lot of these people aren't black, number one, and number two, they don't give a shit about black lives. And so it's like you're using it as ammunition, or they have like a self-righteous vibe. And we were talking about self-righteous people, like in my podcast. They don't actually know what they're talking about. They have good intentions behind it. I'm not going to say that they're mean people at all.
Yeah.
They really, truly do have good intentions. They want everyone to feel some type of economic growth, and I get that. But it makes no sense. And some type of socialism does, but not the way that they're painting it. Not the way that they've been rioting and protesting. It's like, dude, if I'm a white guy, and I'm not, but if I'm a white guy and I'm a cop, the lack of shits that I actually have to give for people that are like ruining my town and saying F me, it's like you could do it, and yeah, they're trained professionals. They should be fucking a little bit more.
Some of them are trained, dude.
Some of them are. I think
others are trained in like dildo to dildo combat, though.
Yeah, man. Well, here's the thing: both sides come from a good place. Genuinely, they do.
Yeah.
And both sides have their own bad apples. They do. That being said, I don't understand the defund the police thing. It's like, listen, why don't we make it hard? There's a guy that I worked at Dick's, and he was like, yeah, man, less people have been applying to be a cop, which means it's going to make it easier for me. And in the back of my head, I'm like, dude, that's terrifying, because I don't trust you being a cop. Like, I know you, man.
Yeah.
We need some, like, tough physical and mental training / evaluation.
Yeah.
That needs to be pumped in. Weed out all the weak fucking people. And we need the same thing with politicians, too. I think if you run for like anything past governor, you need to be like, okay, let's take an IQ test. Let's see if you're psychologically fit. We can't have any other like celebrity presidents and none of that bullshit.
Dude, you wanna get a good laugh, dude? Watch pepper spray training for police officers.
Oh, I've seen that shit,
dude. That's so fucking funny.
It's hilarious because they know it's coming, but they can't do anything.
Yeah, dude. One guy started crying. And they have like a fake nightstick that they use, and you have to like attack the target. And he was just like blindly swinging it in the middle of the circle, like legitimately in tears.
Just by himself?
Dude, it was like one of the best things I've ever seen.
But it's like, dude, like this is the greatest country in the history of the world, and this is the training we're putting them through.
Yeah,
what
man.
civilian is really gonna have
I know the
pepper
physical
spray on?
training is like not that hard.
No, dude.
You know, like what is it, like a mile and a half in like a certain amount of time.
3 months of training max.
Like I could definitely maybe pass the training. I might fart during one of the sit-ups, but like I could come pretty close.
Yeah.
And like, dude, if I honestly, like, I'm not even joking. Like, if I farted during one of the sit-ups, dude, I'd just give up. Like, I wouldn't be able to finish.
You'd give up?
Can you imagine, like, dude?
That's like.
Imagine passing the fucking. Imagine passing the running test. You do the push-ups. You do everything. You do the written exam. You fucking crush it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, all right, you just need to do like 30 sit-ups in a minute, and you're on like rep 28, dude, and you just fucking spank one out your ass.
That'd be hilarious.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to finish.
You
like,
just laugh the whole time?
Yeah, and the funniest part would be like people would be like, dude, you only have 2 more, and I'd be like literally laughing so hard that I just wouldn't be able to finish.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd just be like, what could have been?
Did I tell you? I don't think I've ever told you. One time, it was a Friday when I was doing football. I was on the football team, and it was off season. And so they have like random challenges that they might do after the workouts. Usually people don't even have a workout to do, so they show up just to do the random one. One of them was the amount of push-ups you could do in a minute. And this was like freshman year, so I was really good at like calisthenics. I was shitty in like absolute strength, but I was good at like pushing my own body around. and I would do like 300 push-ups every day, blah blah. Can't do it. Like, don't ask me to do it now. But
Yeah, I was
could
gonna
probably
say.
do. Yeah, I could probably do like 50 at most now in one go. And in 1 minute, I did 86. And I'm not lying. It was literally me pushing myself as hard as I can, and then trying to push my body down to where like my chin hits the ground.
Yeah.
And I get done doing it. And have you ever like legit seen stars from the workouts that you
Yeah,
do?
yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, I'm brown. My face was like your skin color. I'm not even lying. It was preposterous. It was like,
Really?
yeah, I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, yo, I think I'm going home. The coach was like, I think you're gonna die right now. Can you just sit down for me?
Yeah, that's crazy. 86 in a minute.
86. I can't do it again
Yeah, dude, that's
unless you have me train.
Yeah, man. I did we used to do training for rugby,
Yeah.
and there
That's
was like
intense.
there was
Rugby.
like there was like training routines you would have to go through like in the gym. So while people like other like areas of the public were working out in the gym, so you'd have like a bunch of hot chicks working out from the soccer team, like some random bozos working out.
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, like you had to like deadlift and like squat and stuff, like as many reps as possible. And then they were like, all right, like, this was like one of my first weeks of like school. And like my mom, I mean, it was my fault. Like I forgot to like legitimately bring underwear. So I'm wearing like legitimate rugby shorts, dude, with no underwear on. I was just like, dude, I'm just going to,
Yeah.
dude, so I'm squatting in it. I'm deadlifting, dude. My nutsack is just fucking, it's not fucking doing well, dude.
No, it's just going back.
And they were just like, dude, like, the last test was like fucking, literally you had to run on a treadmill at like an elevated level, like as hard as you could for like, I don't even know, man. It was like 10 miles an hour for just like as long as you could go. And then when you stop, like you just have to put your arms out and just fucking spread your legs on the side of the treadmill, dude. So this like I have music in, and I see people looking at me, and I'm going hard as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like I have like 50 Cent pumping. I'm fucking getting my knee drive going, dude.
Yeah.
My coach is like legitimately screaming to push harder. And like all the guys behind me, I guess they were laughing, but dude, people were fucking pissing themselves laughing because, dude, my nuts were fucking flapping so hard against my leg, dude. Like they thought someone was clapping and shit. Like, dude, it was so bad. And like my coach had to talk to me after like about it. He was just like, dude, just walk it off, man. Like we know you couldn't hear, like you had music in. Like you fucking crushed the workout, just go get some rest. But like ever since, like when I walked in that gym, I could like feel that vibe where everyone was like, that's the kid.
That would be an awesome vibe though.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
no, it was like
that's when you got to make a joke out of it.
it's like one of those moments where like you're going as hard as you can and you're not paying attention to anything else, and like things are really going bad.
Yeah.
And then you notice afterwards and you're like, fuck, man, like what could I have done? Like I should have just brought underwear, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely, man. It's all right. If it makes you feel better, one time I was at football practice. It was raining, pouring, and I got hit so hard that I couldn't tell whether or not I had peed myself because it was raining too.
Yeah.
And like my friends definitely could tell because they were like, I'm cool with all of them. So they were like, yo, I think, did you just piss yourself? I'm like, yo, I got hit by Joey, man. He's a big kid. It was Joey LaRock, who's a big kid, and then my dude Cole Hooper. Both of them hit me at the same time. And so they're both like your size, but like
Yeah.
they're huge, right?
Yeah.
So and Cole's playing. He does something at Wisconsin. Oh, he throws at Wisconsin. Man, I remember, and like, I just was like, okay, I feel warm down there, but is it that like blood is now pumping again, or is it like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just walk it off because now I'm kind of grossed out because I'm a germaphobe. So I'm like, all right.
You have like legit piss in your pants?
Do I have piss in my pants throughout my leg, or is it
Yeah.
rain? Walk back, you kind of do the waddle thing.
Yeah.
Clean, disinfect everything.
Yeah.
Just smell bad, and I'm like, oh, okay, I must have pissed myself. Just for like a split second right there.
Just a split second, dude.
Yeah. If I were you, you know what I would have done? I would have showed up with like the tightest fucking tights next time.
Yeah.
And then I would have been like, yeah, see that? That's why you guys don't have a piece
Dude,
like
rugby
this.
shorts, man, they're so comfortable though.
They're
it's
like
not- it's
almost
not
short
even-
shorts, right?
Literally short shorts, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could feel my nuts like moving around. Like I could feel them flapping. I just didn't realize they could make a sound that was so loud that like people in the gym could actually hear it. So like there's a sense of pride in doing that.
I was going to say.
But
That's
like at the
impressive.
same time, it's like my sense of awareness needs to be at like another level.
It's kind of like a girl who doesn't wear like a workout bra.
It's kind of like when you're like hanging out with a girl when you're younger and like you're shooting hoops or something and like you're in like a large group and you know, like you see some kid who like throws the ball at the backboard and like laughs and then he just keeps doing it and you're like, dude, this isn't funny, you know? But he's like trying to make the girl laugh.
Yeah.
But he's just unaware of like what's going on. So he just keeps throwing it as hard as he can at the backboard.
Oh.
Like laughing at himself because he thinks it's funny, but like everyone else is kind of like, yo, dude, can you just like go in the corner for a second and just fucking
Just stop doing what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
Larry
good.
Bird's the shit, though, by the way. I know we were talking about Larry Bird, but that was my idol growing up, dude. By drunk.
Okay.
And like my neighbor, dude, Joey, we were like playing basketball one day, and he stops and he's like absolutely like shitted out of his mind, and he okay, like
Yeah.
I just felt obligated to try it,
Yeah.
dude. I was like 30 feet away from the hoops. Drove away.
He probably knew. He's like, I had to do it. I look like a
It's like-
douchebag now.
It's like at least
It's like, what jerk pulls down? Like, what need do you have to be? Yo, big guy.
how many drinks have you had, bro?
Nah, he definitely didn't have drinks. He probably
That would be
had-
funny though, if like, because that happens all the time. Them for like 10 seconds and then moon them. They're like, all right, well, those are the new neighbors.
I- And I'll never forget, I saw one of them at the gym, and they moved out like 2 years ago. And I was like, hey, how you doing? I didn't know the guy's name. This is the ones that you went to their backyard. It was like 2 years ago. I go, hey, how you doing? And he was like the biggest weirdo on the planet. He's like, oh, do I know you? I was like, oh, no, I live right next to you. He's like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, it kind of annoyed me because I had a conversation with him the day before, literally like in between both of our backyards, talking about the barbecue that I was doing. So I'm like, do I know you? Like, how? What were you on? And yeah, he proceeded to just like take off his shirt in the middle of the gym. So I'm like, okay, dad bod, cool, I guess. And then he starts flexing, talk about looking at people in the eye, and he's flexing right here. But you know when you can look at someone else in the mirror, and he's doing that to me, and I'm like, this is a grown man. First of all, secondly, he's married, but like it's a grown, like, listen, if you're into that stuff, that's cool. I'm flattered. No, like I was flattered to an extent. I was just like, dude, he's married, like what? And then he just kept asking me random questions, like, how does this look? Do you want to touch? I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna leave. But right before I left, I was like, yo, show me that Arnold. He's like, which one? I was like, you know which one. And I had no idea what I was talking about. I was just like, let me see if he knows what he's doing. And he does the back thing.
Yeah.
He flexes like that. No fucking physique at all. It was amazing.
Dude.
Everyone at the gym was like, what is wrong with these two dudes?
Yeah, dude. What if you like named his cock Arnold though? Dude, what if you were like, yo, let me see that Arnold? And he was like, oh, my cock's name's actually Arnold. Dude. Is this like a Planet Fitness?
No, that was at Max Fitness.
Oh.
I was like, dude, like, train shirtless. That's cool. But
Yeah, because like, dude, if you like...
where do you get this stuff from, dude? You spent like 20 minutes talking about weed.
Honestly,
and I'm like,
dude, some guys would probably do that.
Name
Like
their-
some homosexuals.
No, some people in general.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know straight dudes.
No,
that
not
would
like
do it.
actual homosexuals. Just like those dudes who are like who literally just whip their cocks out at like local family parties, and you're like, dude, I'm trying to talk the market right now, dude.
I'm gonna give mine a name.
Yeah,
What's a
like
good
I mean,
name?
Arnold's kind of like broad, but let's be real, dude.
Arnold's like, you got to think for.
So yo, let me see that fucking Timmy Turner.
You got to give it a good name, bro. One time I was in a class and she was like, "What nickname do you want?" I was like, "I want Brown Hammer," and she had no idea what I was talking
shit.
about. She had no idea. I was like, "I want Brown Hammer."
Oh, dude.
I swear she was like 60. She's like,
Jesus.
"Brown Hammer? Is that like
Really?
what is that?" And I was like, "A Brown Hammer." The whole class starts like erupting in like laughter. It's like, "Is it inappropriate? Is it provocative?" I go, "No, not that I'm aware of." And I knew, obviously.
Yeah.
This was high school, junior year of high school, sophomore year of high school, and I was like, "I just want Brown Hammer. I just really do."
You said it with a straight face too.
Oh yeah, well, because listen, I'm gonna be a politician. You got to be professional.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, man, I could see you in like a conference meeting with a straight face.
oh, 100%. You have to. Then you go into the conversation of like, you don't want your politicians being robots, but you also don't want them to be like another not giving a shit politician like we have right now.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's good. That's a really good reason for me to be doing the podcast. It's like bring out the human in me. You guys
Yeah,
know.
I was I think I watched like a few seconds of yours, and I was like, I wonder like what this kid's like. And you have like, you kind of look like you like fucking flip dough. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
You look like you could own like a chain of pizza restaurants that nobody knows about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I could see you as the owner.
Well, when I opened up the vitamin store, like the actual brick and mortar,
Yeah.
no one followed it, and I was like, yo, I'm not getting love from any of my friends. And then someone like maybe 15 people in 2 weeks were like, yo, why do you keep promoting this shit? They're paying you minimum wage anyways. And I was like, nah, I own this. I own this. Like, this is mine. And that was pretty cool. Because then it went up from like 50 followers to like 200, which was cool. But yeah, I get that vibe. People are like, yeah, you look like you live in the city.
The
and
thing
shit.
is, like with me, it's like you can tell if I like you because I'll have like immature conversations. Like if we sat here for an hour talking about politics, and I was just like straight faced, like going along with it. Like,
I feel like you wouldn't enjoy it though.
yeah, but like if you couldn't tell,
I could tell.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like when I have like immature conversations with people, that means like, you know, I'm being myself. I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it either way, but I was like, I was kind of hesitant at first because we were in your backyard, and I was like, if I just start talking about like, you know, double D's with this kid, like, is he gonna like kick me off? You know what I mean?
Nah, that would be such a square move because here's the thing: podcasts, in my opinion, should be things that you do.
Yeah.
And I gotta head out in a minute. Actually, I don't want to be rude.
No, I got you. I was gonna say it's
It's 10:42.
Yeah.
Yeah. But podcasts like these, in my opinion, should be like the way that you're talking in your backyard. A lot of people, bro, I'm telling you, every single person has conversations like these. Maybe not as radical all the time, but they know what we're talking about. You know.
yeah.
and
The general idea is there, but in terms of the specifics, I don't think they're there with where I am. I don't think anyone's is. Like I think I'm on another level, but I think like in terms of like the coffee table conversations, I think
Yeah.
that's what it's supposed to be like.
That's important, dude. That's
Yeah.
like the transparency is absolute key. It's like, listen, man, you're gonna be voting for me. You know who you're voting for, dude. Like this is everything unfiltered, and that's important. And that, don't get me wrong, you're gonna have to be professional at times, obviously.
Yeah.
The moment you put that suit on, bro. The moment I put a suit on, I don't give a shit if I'm going to a christening. I'm like straight faced, serious. I'm ready to go. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like I'm ready to go.
Fucking bang bang, dude.
Dude, I'm ready. I'm like,
Yeah.
I get like excited when I watch like a 4-hour Godfather movie sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
I'm like,
Yeah, dude. I used to
Fall
have a
asleep through half
I used
of
to have
it.
a suit from Target, dude.
suit from Target,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once I upgraded, once I went to Men's Warehouse, dude,
you never go back.
it was just quarter chub all the time.
Of course.
I was never flat. I was just always ready to attack.
Yeah, bro. You get that confidence.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm growing out the facial hair. I'm growing out the hair too.
Yeah, like mortgage rates could be like 7%. I'm like, I'm gonna give you 2.5.
Just not giving a shit.
Yeah. Just completely lie to people. Closing costs, probably like $2,000.
Jesus,
They're
you're
like
gonna-
$7,000.
You're gonna redo 2008. Just do it.
Nah, but thanks for coming, man. Honestly, I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on, dude.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I was on Hunah's podcast. I'll put the link in the description. We had a good time, man. So yeah, thanks for coming, dude.
Bro, thanks for having me on.
Appreciate
It's always a fucking pleasure to be able to talk about like anything. You get tired of talking about serious things all the time.
Yeah, man. It was fun, dude. Seriously, both times, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, likewise.
Fuck
brother.
yeah, dude.